Do you ever feel imbalanced, stressed out, or empty inside? If so, Habit 7 is going to be a huge help because it's specifically designed to deal with these problems. Hi, I'm Shayna Smith, and I'm back with the last habit, habit number 7, sharpen the saw. So, imagine you're going for a walk and you come upon a guy sawing a tree down. So you say, what are you doing? And he says, I'm sawing down a tree. And then you say, how long have you been at it? And he says, 4 hours so far, but I'm really making progress, as sweat is dripping down from his chin. You say, your saw looks pretty dull. Why don't you take a break and sharpen it? He says, I can't, you idiot. I'm too busy sawing. We all know who the real idiot here is. If the guy were to take a 15-minute break to sharpen the saw, he'd probably finish 15 times faster. Habit 7 is all about keeping your personal self sharp so that you can better deal with life. It means regularly renewing and strengthening the 4 key dimensions of your life: your body, your brain, your heart, and your soul. So, I think if everybody would sharpen the saw or renew themselves or strengthen themselves, it would make them get things done, better and faster. So, the body is the physical dimension. Exercise, eat healthy, sleep well, relax. That's how you can give yourself more energy to want to do something. The brain is the mental dimension. Read, educate, write, learn new skills, create. The heart is the emotional dimension. Building relationships, give service, laugh, learn to love yourself. And your soul is the spiritual dimension. Meditate, keep a journal, pray, take in quality media. So I think if you use the 4 dimensions while you're sharpening the saw, it can really help you renew yourself. So when it comes to sharpening the saw, balance is better. So the ancient Greeks' famous saying, nothing over much, reminds us of the importance of balance and doing everything in moderation. Some people spend countless hours building the perfect body, but neglect their minds. Others have minds that can bench press 400 pounds, but let their bodies go to pot or forget about having a social life. To perform at your peak, you need to strive for balance in all 4 dimensions of life. Why is balance so important, you may ask? Well, it's important because it's how you do in one dimension of life will affect the other 3. So if you're so high in body, in the body dimension, like the physical dimension, it's going to limit yourself for the other dimensions, and you have to be equal in all of them in order to sharpen the saw. So sometimes you have to take a time out, and that's basically what sharpening the saw is. You have to take a time out from what you're doing, step back, and you have to relax and treat yourself to a tender, loving care. It's essential. This is what sharpening the saw is about. So if you don't take time or just relax, you're never going to be able to sharpen the saw. A huge problem with people not sharpening the saw is they don't want to stop what they're doing because they don't want to give their body a rest. For example, my dad is a huge workaholic and he never wants to stop. He won't listen to me and my mom. He just wants to keep going at it, and that's how he tires himself so much. But if he were to take a time and rest himself, he would feel so much better the next day when he was doing work. You have to care for your body, your brain, your heart, and your soul if you care about sharpening your saw. If you don't care about them, then do you really want to sharpen the saw? It's about how you feel, not how you look when you're sharpening the saw. Our society is hung up on looks. So you have to think when you're sharpening the saw, you can't be worried about society or worried about what other people think about you. You just have to know that what you're doing is going to benefit you, and don't worry about them. I think a solution would be if people were to sharpen the saw, it would energize them to want to do more things or do them in a better way. So for habit 7, it was a huge it was really important to me because sometimes I work too hard and I need to sharpen the saw and just relax. And so recently I've just been getting home from school and relaxing before I do my chores, and it makes me want to do them. So I hope that you guys can do that. So it was great learning about habits with you all, and I'll be back for one more summarizing video.